Good morning. I got you on a big high tech setup today. Freaking awesome. But see, I'm cut off. I'm in my robe, so you get to see my head, my shelf, my curtains. It's daytime this time. I'm April of Mason's Creations. I wanted to say hi, bring you live. You're going to hear the boop boop. I thought I turned off all my notifications. Good news is you won't hear the text message notifications. Let's move you just a little. Sorry, my thumb's like right there. Look. All right. Anyways, ugh, don't want to get all up in your face, but I'm not quite centered either. Good as it's gonna get. Lots of stuff. I actually wrote stuff down, and it is Monday the 10th. And last week I thought Monday was the 11th, so my appointments are tomorrow, not today. So, anyways, I have lots of stuff. I wrote stuff down this time, kind of like in bullet points, so that way maybe I can keep my focus and my train of thought going in a linear path for people. First, I wanted to thank all the people that stopped by and viewed, and I wanted to thank the people that subscribed, and thank you for coming and checking out my channel. If you're new, welcome back, welcome, and if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I appreciate you guys coming and stopping by and checking out what's going on with me in my crafty journey, because it's a journey, trust me. I do all kinds of things, and my shop, and whatever else I just decide to talk about here in my space on the little corner of YouTube that my channel resides in. Anyways, let's get it going. Where can you find me? Guess what? I did what I said I wasn't going to do. I started a Ravelry. Yes, but I did it with intentions of being able to have like spin alongs and knit alongs, and my hair is not behaving. To be able to have spin alongs and knit alongs and things like that. Like right now, I have a finish all the things challenge. So if you want to stop by the Mason's Creations podcast Ravelry page and become a member, you can post as many finished objects, and this is what the object of this is to clear your needles in preparation for the upcoming year of knitting. um so I have it posted, and it's called the Finish All the Things Challenge. And the object is to clear as many things off your needles as possible. Um, and we're gonna do. I think I'm gonna do it first and second place. I'm not sure. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure about all that because I only have like one person participating right now. So, you know, she doesn't get three prizes. Sorry, Sam. Um, but the the thing is that you come in and you post all. You have to have um, photos of your finished objects posted in the finished object thread, and they have to have been cast on in 2018. Doesn't matter if it is January, February, March, April, May, June, or at the beginning of December or yesterday. I don't care. It just has to be cast on within the year of 2018 and finished before December 31st. So, or before the end of December 31st. So as long as you have a photo posted before January 1st of 2019, then you qualify. And we're going to do it with the person or people with the most things cast off gets a prize. And I obviously don't qualify, but it has motivated me, you guys. I'm getting some work done. It's pretty awesome. But that's there. So go check out my Ravelry page. Join the group if you want. Come and have fun, chat. I plan on doing a couple of cows at the beginning of the. I want to do a year-long sweater along where you pick whatever sweater pattern you want, and you can make as many sweaters as you want or as few sweaters as you want, and I'll just do a random number generator for that one, and there'll be a price for that, and that'll be a year long, so it'll be starting January 1st and going all the way through December 31st of 2019. And then I wanted to do a year long wearables, like, so you could enter your sweater in the sweater cowl and then your sweater in the wearables cowl also, so you can double dip in any of the knit alongs. And I don't want anybody to think just because it says knit along, crocheting's welcome, weaving's welcome, anything that you can do fiber related, even if you're spinning your own yarn, knitting or crocheting with it, weaving with it, weaving with indie dyed yarn, whatever. I don't want to exclude, I want to include as many people as possible, just because I feel that sometimes people um, kind of maybe misunderstand. Just because it's called a KAL, which knit along, doesn't mean that I've been trying to make sure that there's a knit along, spin along, things like that. And then I want to do something for spinning also that's just completely spinning related. I'm not sure if it would be like a challenge to spin to a theme or what. I know there's quite a few Ravelry spinning groups that already do that. So I'm not sure how I'm going to incorporate the spinning into the channel yet, or into the page yet, but I will figure that out. Anyways, moving right on along. And you can also find me on Facebook and Instagram. I am Mason Creations Yarns on Instagram and on Facebook also, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'll make sure to put it down below for you. Um, I tried to make sure I linked everything I talked about. If I forget to link something, don't hesitate to message me or inbox me or comment down below or whatever, and I will try to throw a link in as soon as possible. I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible and answer any questions you have. Shop stuff. I'm going to try to keep shop stuff really short. That's why I put it at the beginning. So let's try to get through this. Busy week, you guys. Totally busy week. Not only have I been knitting and spinning like a mad woman, but I've also been dying like a crazy person. Like, for real. Okay, I already have, I'm gonna show them in segments as best as I can, because I don't want to hold anybody hostage to my shop stuff. So let me wind this back up really quick, because I just wound it up super fast and threw it in my storage thing. And you'll notice I don't have belly bands on any of them. I don't usually belly band most of my things or cut my ties that I use during dyeing until they get ready to go out. And that's just because I know what's what. And the ties indicate what bases are what for me, so that way I don't get things confused. But I usually don't, so I can usually feel the difference. There's not a lot of a difference between like my soft sock and workhorse, but there's still a little difference. Let's see. I have these. I don't think those are okay. We'll do one. One is Jack Frost, and this is one of my Christmas winter colorways. That means this will stay around for after Christmas, only because, you know, Frost doesn't leave just because Christmas is gone. These two are Christmas exclusives, and they will be gone at the end of December. I kind of like to try to leave exclusive yarns in the shop a little bit longer, just in case somebody wants to try to get a hold of one and they weren't able to during the time that it was available. It's just my own thing. But this one right here is peppermint bark. Don't mind the tie. This one right here is peppermint bark, and this one is Christmas lights in a snowstorm. And they were both really fun to dye. This one is has like a really light gray base, and then has multiple colored speckles that kind of reminded me of the big vintagey Christmas lights. And then this just reminded me of like a peppermint bark log. And I had thought of it, and I was like, ooh, that'd be fun. So these are my 2018 Christmas winter collection at the moment. I don't know. Oh, I have Sugar Plum Fairy, but that's already in the shop. These are already listed in the shop, ready to go. Um, in case you don't know, I also do hand make my own. Sorry, I'm gonna keep moving things around. But whatever. I also hand make my own progress keepers that usually goes out with every order. Um, right now I'm sending out one or two, depending, but it's during Christmas time, so I'm including an extra little treat. So, but these are my new ones. This is the peppermint bark cupcake. This is my holly berry muffin, and this is the Santa muffin. And those are the new ones that are going out for winter Christmas. I'll probably add new ones for after Christmas is gone, but those are my Christmas progress keepers that go out with my order, with the orders that go through my shop. Anyways, I did rework Husky, which is a colorway I had available in the shop at the beginning of the year, and I changed it up just a little, not a whole lot. I darkened the gray just a little bit because I realized it was just a little too subtle. And then I added black speckles instead of black like splotches. So there's a little more variation in it. Yeah, I know there's a black spotch, but I tried to get it more speckly to heavy speckled with the black and the white so that way it more accurately represents a husky. And then I changed the tone of blue or the shade of blue so that way I'm speckling instead of using a stock, and I'm using more of a like sapphire blue instead of ice blue, just to get the blue a little more pop so it doesn't get lost in translation. And I have that available on Soft Sock, Workhorse, and DK. All the yarns I'm showing you right now are available on all three bases. So now I don't just have Soft Sock in the shop, I also have DK in the shop. This is Husky also, but this one is they were dyed at the exact same time in the exact same pan, and this is what I try to explain to people. And a lot of you, if you already buy indie dyed yarn, you already know there can be a variation or a large variation between, but this one has far less blue in it, so it's way more subtle than the other one, but there is still some in there. I can never get it on the mark every single time. I try, I do my best, but I'm never going to be able to get it 100%. I'm human, not a machine. Anyways, so that's Husky. And these ones I was super excited to do. I'm a longtime Harry Potter fan, so I wanted to have my own Harry Potter colorways, and my daughter is a Harry Potter nerd. Last at the beginning of the year, I dyed Fox, a speckled colorway that was representative of the bird I have of the phoenix in Harry Potter. A I want to bring a speckled. I want to bring the speckled version back, but I also want to do like a space dyed variegated version of it for after he comes back after he's burst into flames, kind of thing. So that one will be called Fox Reborn. But oh, I'm sorry, my cat. They're they're not available at this time, but I will be re-releasing. But I've had a super busy day. This was in 2 days, so busy. Anyways, let's see. We got Ravenclaw. We'll just show it this way. We got Ravenclaw and Slytherin. And just be aware that colors break when you speckle. Like this green likes to break on me every single time. Every single time I've ever speckled with this green, it breaks on me. So it bleeds out a little yellow. So this one, it's Slytherin, except for it's got like little yellow halos where the colors leached out when the dye broke in the speckling process. So just little things like that happen when you hand dye. So just be aware of that. And then we have Hufflepuff and we're back. YouTube likes to mess with me. Anyways, and then we have Hufflepuff and Gryffindor. So, and these are available in the shop also individually, or you could buy them in the collection. And I did reduce the price if you buy all four at the same time. So that way you're getting a little bit of a discount on top of being able to get all four instead of having to buy one at a time, or putting each one in your cart and then having to pay full price for each. But remember, it is a separate listing. So keep that in mind. If you wanted to get all four, you can grab them at a discounted price in the Hogwarts Houses collection set. Otherwise, they're just separated out individually. So if you just want to pick up one, they're available that way. All right. For the shop stuff, I do have other shop plans, but that is neither here nor there. I have upcoming colorways that aren't out yet, so I'm not talking about them. Um, I got whips, guys. I got whips and sips, spins in progress and works in progress. So, me, except for one. One is more of a hoe than a whip. I am so excited about this. All right, and it's not this one. This one is not a hoe yet, but we're moving right along here. This is where I was last week when I showed you. This is where I am. Ugh, it's too close, so I can't see. This is where I am now. This is what I've gotten done. I've probably gotten a good 10 inches, 10 and a half inches done on this, which is nice. So that is in progress. So we're doing pretty well with getting this moving along. And once I get the other thing I've been working on finished, sorry, I'm getting all up in your face, I'm trying to get my bag. Once I get everything that, the thing that I've been really like driving on finished, I'll be able to spend way more time on this shawl. And that's the Night Shift shawl by Andrea Mowry. And it's super fun, super easy color work. It's not very, see, oh, the floats. Yes, must show floats. And this is made out of my hand spun, so it's a little more textured and a little more different. And yes, this is, oh, the bag. The bag. Bag. The bag is by me. For me. For real. I made it by me, for me, and I gotta find it. I'm learning how to sew. So apparently my fabric was folded, and I inadvertently learned how to pleat fabric without even trying. It was great. However, this isn't a zipper bag. I made this because I don't like futzing with the zippers all the time. So what I did is I'm wrong, first off. So what I did is I made it with magnetic clasps instead of a zipper for this one. And that's because I wanted to be able to, it's kind of like I like to be able to just grab and dip in, and that just keeps me from unzipping and zipping and I have plenty of zipper bags. I wanted to try something different, so I did. And in my Disney villains bag, I love this bag. This one was my very first successful zipper at the beginning of the year. Made me super excited. And I don't heavily interface bags. I do them as a drop-in in the shop. Like I had some bags available for Halloween, and I'm not like a renowned bag maker or anything like that. I'm not like, they're not high priced, because it's not that they're poorly made, it's that they're made by a novice that has less experience, so there may be errors here and there. I try not to have anything with too many errors in the shop, but it happens. So I try to make it to where you don't have buyer's remorse because you bought something for $30 and it's crappy. So if I don't think the quality is like up to snuff, I don't either A, I don't put it in the shop, or B, I put it in as reduced price and put a disclaimer in the description usually that there's flaws and errors. Anyways, this is my nemesis right now, and only because I am almost done with, I've been on Body Island forever. I'll talk about Sleeve Island. I got Body Island. I have a feeling my sleeves are probably going to go stupid fast. The body, because I'm not a small person, it takes forever. But this is my So Faded that I've been working on. And I forgot to fade the last color. I'm just kind of glad they kind of go together. You see, there's no fading. Like this one I faded in. And this one I was like, oh, change colors, and broke my yarn. And before I realized I wasn't fading it in, I was already a couple rows in, and I said, whatever, it's my sweater, don't care. So I have a faded section and a change section where I did a harsh color change, but I'm okay with that. But this is, these are all in my colorways, and this is my Star Stripes and Valor. That was my Veterans Day colorway this year. This one is Last Sunsets of Summer, and this one is my County Fair, which these two came, this one came out at the end just before summer was ending, and this one came out just as fall was beginning. So I'm super excited because I'm only like 2 inches away from starting the ribbing, and then I can go and work the neck and then work the sleeves, and then I am done. And I tell myself, oh, I'm never going to knit another fingering weight sweater. Sure, I'm not. I've already have my in pavement sweater ready to be printed, the pattern by Vera. I already have the pattern ready to be printed. So yeah, I'm sure I'm not. I just have to realize it's going to go a bit slower. But I also have plans that I'm not going to talk about just yet because we're not there. But super excited for those plans. So that's almost a hoe. That's basically a hoe almost. But last whip that got no love, my sock toes. This is in a colorway I've never released, so but this is my hand-dyed yarn on a base I don't have available in the shop right now. This is on the Sparkle. It's on Bling Sock. But I like it, so I'll probably be bringing it back eventually. I wanted to be able to offer DK, so I sacrificed the Sparkle for the DK because, you know, cooler weather, gloomy weather, maybe people want something a little heavier than fingering weight yarn, just saying. And now we have Sips. This is by Napa Valley Fibers. This is the braid I showed you last week. I think I showed it last week. And it is from her November club. This is going to turn into, sorry, I didn't print this one in color because I was running out of ink. I've since bought ink, but not reprinting the pattern because the picture is in black and white. This is a free pattern on Ravelry, and I said it was Hermione something mitts, and it's not every day because that's the name of the sock. Guess what the name of the pattern is, you guys? It's probably backwards, so I'll tell you. It's Hermione's Everyday Mitts. Just like the socks, but it's the mitts. Tell you, I kill myself. But anyways, but these are a pair of fingerless mitts I'm gonna knit for my daughter for Christmas, and I'm using my own hand spun. And look, once it's plied, it should be, because I'm gonna do a 2-ply, and I'm really excited. I got it pretty spot on to DK. It might be a little bit heavier, might be like a DK worsted, but much closer this time. Spinning is getting more consistent, and I'm happy with that. So this is half of the amount. I have another braid I have to go through and put on another bobbin. I had to do some plying this morning, so this one can't be shown yet because it's a finished object. The yarn just needs to be soaked and thwacked and dried, and then it's done. But I'm clearing bobbins, and I haven't figured out with this one. This is the Doza's bat that I showed you, the aqua blended Angora bat from Doza's Angoras, and that is amazing. And my son wants me to make him a hat in it, so I think it's too spun to be singles because I'm still trying to get my spinning rhythm down, so I have certain spots that are overspun, underspun. But I'm getting better with the amount of over and under spinning, so it's becoming less and less of a problem. The more I spin, the more practice I get, so on. Anyways, so those are my sips, my whips. Got no foes. Oh wait, I lied. it's a faux. See, it's plied, so therefore it's finished, except for the finishing part. So it's almost 100% done. I have to wind it off onto my nitty knotty, count my yardage. So I don't know my yardage yet. I'm gonna wind it off, count my yardage, tie it up, throw it in a soak tub for probably about 45 minutes. Nice warm water, let it full, and then thwack it and hang it and let it dry. So this will be ready to use in a little, probably in a couple days. But I want to let it relax on the bobbin, so I probably won't do that until tomorrow. So, but I wanted to show you this. And my husband looked at it while I was playing. He goes, "Oh, you're making that bulky yarn, huh?" And I was like, "Well, I'm still working on spinning consistency, so I have, bulky spots and not so bulky. But I think I pretty much nailed bulky for the most part because this comes onto my reps per inch tool at, I think it's like at 8 or something like that, which is bulky weight. So I think I'm gonna make myself like a cowl or a hat or something with this. I don't know what it's gonna be yet. I just know that it's done. Makes me happy. All right, that's for the sips, the whips, the hose, the foes, and all that stuff. Knitting plans. Now I can tell you about the sweater I have planned to knit to go with my sweater along, to kind of like, I can't win anything, so but I want to be able to like participate with everybody. So I found that I haven't printed it yet, but I found the Stephen West pattern. I'm scared to try it, but I'm gonna try it because it's brioche. It's all brioche. It's called brioche, and it looks awesome. The Stephen West pattern, so it's probably complicated. It's gonna hurt my brain, but I'm still gonna do it. And I have yet to figure out if I'm gonna use my hand dyed or hand spun. I don't know yet. I might just use hand dyed because I don't want to spend like 2,500 yards, although I could because it's a year-long thing, so therefore I can spend all the yarn I want and take forever. Except for I need to buy more bobbins. That's my problem. I have 4 bobbins. My wheel came with 4. I was good with 4, and then I spun my yarn for the night shift. And I think I would like to just keep spinning until it's done. Now the problem is I have an older wheel and it's an antique replica. So here's my problem. I have to pick a time at which I don't want to spin because I have to send my flyer in with it so they can custom make my bobbins. Not a bad price. Sorry about the lighting. It's nasty outside. It's not a bad price. Through Bobbin Boy on Facebook. If you have spinning wheel questions or issues, especially with older wheels, they're awesome. But I have to wait until I'm ready to. I have to wait until I have enough hand spun to be okay with not spinning and just being able to knit. Because I go in between, like I'll spin for 20 minutes at a time, and then I'll go and I'll sit and I'll watch TV and knit or whatever. Usually if my hands need a break, I'll play a video game or something like that because it doesn't use the same motion. It's this motion instead of this, or this. So it's not bad. Oh, crap. I forgot to. No, I did show you these. Never mind. I have not had enough coffee yet, I don't think. Don't mind my coffee stain. It's my favorite mug though. Love it. But yeah, that's one of my plans. I'm going to knit that. I'm working. I think I'm going to turn my sock toes I showed you. I think I'm going to make shorty socks with those. And I printed a pattern that's free on Ravelry. And I also want to be able to do. Anybody do illusion knitting? It's so awesome. It's like a Grafgan, except for you only see the picture if you look at it a certain way, I think. But they have tons of Harry Potter illusion knitting. Totally want to try it because they have a Hagrid shawl in there. But it's a paper pattern, so And then they have all kinds. I was going crazy on Ravelry this week because when you open a group, at least when I open a group, I'm constantly checking it so I can welcome the new person because it's new. And then I'm gonna like wind up flaking and being like, "Oh, hi guys," but such is the life of the person. Um, what other knitting plans do I have? Oh, I'm gonna make myself a pair of fingerless mitts. I want to make the Harmony Everyday mitts and socks together. I want to make a matching set for myself, not for my child. Um, I have a couple of cow patterns I think I want to make, but I want to try to make mittens. I've never made mittens. I want to make mittens. I want to try to learn skills and stuff that I haven't used. Okay, I've been knitting for a while, but here's my problem. I was so scared to try to knit anything other than like scarves for a long time. Then I ventured into hats. So I've only been like attempting socks. I've made one full pair of socks in 3 years. Like I get done with the toe and then I start like getting bored. I don't know what it is. I've knit 4 shawls in the last year, but can't get a pair of socks out. I don't understand myself. My very first shawl I knit was the Find Your Fade by Andrea Mowry. I love her patterns. And my second and third shawls were test knits. And I'm about to test knit another shawl. And I got told I could share it with you. Knits by Linda Lou. She is having another test knitters call. I answered the call of the test knitter, and I'm excited because it's absolutely beautiful. The pictures are amazing, and I think I already know what color I want to make it in. So, I'm not 100% sure which colorway I want to use, but I want to use it to display one of my colorways that isn't just seasonal. I think either that or I might use it to display a seasonal. I don't know. But those are my knitting plans. And that's what I have. I haven't gotten a whole lot done, but I have all at the same time because that sweater, when I podcast last week, I had roughly 10 inches left to go on, or I think 8 inches left to go on the body. So between knitting the shawl, the other shawl, and spinning and uh, progress keeper making and everything else, I've managed to wheedle it down to the last 2 inches before the ribbing. Hopefully, I should have it done by next week. But I think if I can't get enough things done or cast on or to show, but my podcasts aren't like hours long, so maybe I'll just keep it at a week. That way I can keep it kind of short, so that way I'm not like talking for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours. I think 45 minutes or so is pretty respectable. Um, but yeah, so those are my plans. I already said I'm not going to talk about the shop plans because I'm still devising new colorways. But now I'm thinking into next year's colorways because I've already dyed up what 7 new colorways in the last, I don't know, week. I got my yarn. Well, no, not even a week because I got my yarn on Wednesday. I got it early. I got it on Wednesday. Started dyeing Wednesday night. That's when those were born. And then Tuesday, or Wednesday, Thursday, the other two were born. And then Friday, another one was born while I was dyeing an order. So, what happens. But yeah, so, and I'm still trying to figure out what kind of progress keepers I want to do for the beginning of the year and things like that. I'm trying to think if I want to make like little party hats or what for like New Year's and Easter. I've got to figure out what I'm gonna do for Easter. Might do eggs, but I'd have to hand paint them. But if I do them white, I can hand paint them all kinds of colors, which would be fun. I enjoy doing the polymer clay works, though. Everything I do, I enjoy doing. I'm hoping to be able to share like some latchwork with you. Latchwork is kind of boring for me. I'm just gonna put that out there. I lose interest in it really fast. I want the picture, but I lose interest in pulling the yarn through the mesh. However, I do needle felting, or I'm learning how to needle felt. I know how to latch hook. I know how to cross stitch. So when my hands hurt from doing like spinning and knitting, or spinning, knitting, and crocheting, I usually switch over to like latch hook or cross stitching or felting, because then it gives this muscle right here a break. And I try not to do that for too long, only because um, I start getting antsy when I'm not knitting or spinning. So I don't know. It's a good mood. It's a good mood control. Anybody ever does drugs, they should just learn how to knit. I'm telling you. So we're already into chit chat. So, but that's about the chit chat. I don't have a lot. Anybody else get anxious when they can't knit or spin or crochet or weave or drop spin or any of the fibery things? Like if I can't knit or spin, I have to be creating. I like playing video games, but I have to be creating. The other day, I played Ark Survival Evolved. I don't know if any of you know what that is. If you have children, you may. Played that all day the other day. I felt kind of guilty because I played it all day the other day, but it's my PlayStation. Had fun doing it. It was very nice, very fun. And let's see, what other things I'm going to do? I'm going to try to get the shawl. I'm going to try to get a nice, respectable amount down on the shawl this week. Really want to finish my sweater, so I'm probably going to work on that when I get done here and watch some podcasts of Vlogmases and all the things that I like to watch and do. I'm watching an Ann Bud video on Blueprint, which is the new Craftsy platform. And it's a monthly subscription, like $15 a month, but you get access to tons of classes on tons of things. So, and they have knitting, crochet, spinning, cooking, exercise. I probably should do the exercise one, but I thought about it. I exercise one leg. I have an elliptical. I like to stare at it. That does something for me. I have to add that into my routine at some point. My problem is I don't make time for it. I already know I don't make time for it. Anyways, back to the Ann Bud class. Excellent information on sock knitting. Because right now I'm watching a thing for like sock architecture, like the different parts of the anatomy of the sock, and different cast-ons and different bind-offs, and ones that I already knew how to do and other ones I wasn't sure how to do yet, and um, explanation like DPNs. I can't do them yet. I've never learned to be a DPN ninja. Nope. I'm gonna, but I haven't yet. That's one of the things I want to check off my list this year, is learning how to knit on DPNs. But yeah, I like the platform, and I'm not sponsored by them in any way, shape, or form. I'm just a satisfied customer. I pay my $15 a month, and I enjoy every class as many times as I want. Absolutely love it. Check it out. You get a free trial. So if you don't like it, can it? You know. Anyways, I think that's about it, because now I'm just going to start talking about nothing and nonsense that nobody cares about. And if you've come by, thank you so much for dropping by. If you wouldn't mind giving me a like, if you want, only if you want, I'm not forcing you, but it would also help people find me on YouTube. Feel free to subscribe. Click the little bell icon if you want to know what I'm uploading. Follow me on Instagram or Facebook. Join the Ravelry group. Let's have some fun together. And I hope you have an awesome crafty week. Hope you get a good amount of knitting or spinning or weaving or whatever your crafty hobby is, or if it's all the things. Hope you are able to create all the things that you want to create this week. And with that, you're going to see my finger, and I'm going to say goodbye. I'll see you next week, hopefully next Monday. Um, that's it. Have a good day. Bye.